For today's video, we're going to take a look at everything that was included in today's patch. And normally I like to show examples of what I'm talking about, but as of right now, Save the World is currently disabled, so instead we're just going to go over the patch notes. For those who are wondering why it's disabled, when people logged in earlier and tried out the new Frostnite event, after they finished the Frostnite event, a lot of them had their entire storage wiped clean. So Epic decided to disable Save the World until they can fix that bug. I haven't been able to log in yet because as soon as I woke up, Save the World was already disabled, but what you're looking at in the background is some Frostnite gameplay provided to us by Ulvaback. I'll leave a link to it in the description if you want to go check it out. But yeah, for now, we're just going to go over everything that's in the patch notes since I can't log in. And the first thing I want to go over are the 5 new heroes. And I guess the first thing I should point out is that they are reskins of heroes that are already in the game. But as soon as they introduce the new hero system, I believe most of these heroes are going to have unique perks and abilities. So although they are reskins for now, their perks and abilities will most likely be changed after the new hero system is introduced. And there are a total of 5 new heroes. The first one's called Cloak Shadow Ninja, and this one's going to be added to the event store this week. And this one's currently a reskin of the Skirmisher Ninja. There's also going to be a new hero called Jolly Headhunter Soldier, who you can get from the Winter Llamas. And this is going to be a reskin of the Double Agent Soldier subclass. And there's another soldier called Sergeant Winter Soldier, and you'll be able to get this one from the Winter Llamas as well. And this is a reskin of the Sergeant subclass. There's another hero called Jingle, Jess, Outlander, and she's going to be available as a reward if you're able to survive for at least 15 minutes in the new Frostnite event. And she's a reskin of the Enforcer subclass. And there's also a new constructor called Sentry Gunner Krampus. And you'll get him as a reward if you survive for 45 minutes in a new Frostnite event. And he's going to be a reskin of the Sentry Gunner subclass, which is the same subclass as Earhart. So those are the 5 new heroes, and that's how you get them. I have gotten gameplay of their reskin versions for all of these heroes except for Jingle Jess Outlander, who's an Enforcer. I'll leave a link to those gameplays in the description if you want to go check them out. They also added the medieval weapon set, and these are going to be available in the Winter Llamas. The first one's called the Hemlock Assault Rifle, and the description that came with it says it deals consistent damage to enemies at close to medium range, but falls off at longer ranges due to lower accuracy. And I believe this is what the Hemlock Assault Rifle looks like. There's also a new Basilisk pistol that deals high burst damage with a high crit chance. You can sort of see it in this loading screen picture. There's also a new shotgun called Stalwart Squire, which is a powerful single shot weapon with high damage and knockback in a short range. And there's also a new axe called Wicked Wind, which is a large curved axe with a good mix of damage and impact. You'll also be able to get the new Ginger Blaster pistol if you're able to survive for at least 30 minutes in the new Frostnite event. And this is a potent and quick revolver with modest recoil, and it includes a 6th perk that grants a chance to drop healing gumdrops from defeated enemies. So just like with the Candy Corn LMG, this Ginger Blaster pistol will be able to drop candy that can heal you and your teammates. And that sums it up for all of the new weapons. Let me know out of these 5 weapons, which one you would like to see gameplay of first. They also changed the way that Husk look. Husk, Lobbers, Poison Lobbers, Huskling Sploders, and Smashers are all going to have a holiday themed skin. Another new feature that was included today was down tier crafting. Schematics that have been evolved to higher tiers can now also craft all of the lower tier versions of the weapon or trap. The lower tier versions of the schematic are lower level, but also cost lower tier ingredients to craft. And that's going to help you use up your old crafting ingredients as well as save the higher tier ingredients for when it counts. And this should help you transition into a new location much more smoothly. The Storm King is now considered a group mission, which means players can now summon defenders. And that's going to allow each player to summon 1 defender for a total of 8 characters fighting the boss, which means there's going to be 4 players and a total of 4 defenders. And another important thing I wanted to mention is that they're going to add a new holiday themed quest to the player's quest log every day starting December the 19th. And when you complete these quests, you'll earn valuable rewards, and these quests will remain active until patch 7.2. So make sure you try to log in every day and check out those holiday themed quests as well as their rewards, and make sure you try to complete those before patch 7.2. Like I mentioned before, they converted damage resistance to armor, and that includes the armor from constructors' bases, riot shields, and safety protocol perks. It also applies to Ninja's Shadow Stance and Shadow Weaver Stance perks. It also applies to Outlander's Deep in the Zone and Shock Phase perks, as well as Soldier's Flak Vest, Heavily Armored, and Armored perks. They also updated melee weapon perks to use armor instead of damage resistance. They increased the value of heavy attack energy efficiency perks on weapons to be comparable with perks on heroes. And they also increased the value of life leech perks by 50%. And I guess the last thing I should mention before I go are some of the details they provided in regards to the new Frostnite event. I kind of wanted to wait until we tried it out ourselves, but since it was wiping everybody's inventory, we may not get the Frostnite event until later this week. So I'm going to go ahead and show some Frostnite gameplay in the background while I read what was included in the patch notes. Alright, so it says Frostnite introduces a new objective: keep the burner filled with scavenged blue glow. When it runs out, so does the heat. That means a whole bunch of frozen heroes. As the burner health decreases, the storm shield shrinks, so keep that thing filled. Survive as long as you can without your gear or resources, using your survival skills, schematics, and basic starting weapons. Get double the resources from searching and harvesting objects. Watch for airdrops between waves for some much needed supplies. And you don't need any weapons or traps when the experience concludes, so use those legendary weapons and traps as if your life depends on it. Keep an eye out for the Krampus Smashers who dwell in these cold regions. They're dangerous but drop some much needed blue glow. So in order to prevent the burner health from decreasing and the storm shield from shrinking, you're going to have to fill it with blue glow, and you can get blue glow by killing Krampus Smashers. When a player is knocked out, they enter a spectator mode until the remaining players complete the wave. The longer you survive, the more snowflake tickets you will earn. Tickets can be spent on the new Winter Llama. Added several event quests that can be completed by playing Frostnite, and those will be located on your quest tab. Be on the lookout for weekly challenges in the coming weeks. And I'm assuming we'll get like special rewards from those weekly challenges. They also included a huge list of bug fixes, but I'm not going to go over those. But I will leave a link to the patch notes in the description for those who want to go check it out. Anyways, as of right now, we don't have a specific time as to when the Frostnite event is going to return. I assume they're trying to fix the storage wipe bug that happened to people earlier when they tried the Frostnite event. As soon as I find out when it's going to return, I'll be sure to let you all know. But if I had to take a guess, it could return sometime later today, or it could return later this week, like on Thursday. Like I said, as of right now, we don't know. But yeah, that about sums up everything I wanted to go over in regards to today's patch. Let me know what you think about the new heroes, the new weapons, as well as the new Frostnite event. And let me know which heroes and weapons you would like to see gameplay of first. Anyways, I hope y'all found the video useful, and thanks for watching.